Welcome back to Uplands, where the umps and the players has taken the field. John Henriksen is opening the bowling from the swimming pool end, and on strike is Cabello. Short little left-hander. Comes Henriksen. Whipped away, backwards, deep backward square, off the mark with a single. Interesting to see the plan of the Rhinos here, how they're going to defend this 200 runs. Are they going to look to go into the deck, go full? I think it's on this good wicket, it's damage limitation for the first 6 overs. I think they'll be happy with 50 runs. John Henderson opening and possibly Sigwili from the other end. Divan Murray on strike now, bowled back of a length. Sorry, Donny Rousseau drops it into offside and scamper for single. Good rotation of the strike. I think they'll be looking to concede Easterns will be looking to concede as little dot balls as possible, especially in the first 6 overs, and capitalise on a couple of bad balls to try and get a few boundaries, because they will need to get possibly 50 to 60 runs in the power play before they try to put the squeeze on the Rhinos. Henderson missing his line here, wide down the leg side. Capello looks like he's got a strong little bottom hand there. Anything straight he's going to pick up. His first ball he picked up nicely to deep backward square along the ground, and you can just see him practicing the flick shot, strong bottom hand wrist. So he'll be looking to pick up anything that's straight. See if discussion with the captain and the bowler. The ball on his pads. Let's see how they go. Henderson comes in. That was the plan, and looks like Capello has walked across, and that's just gone past or just over leg stump. No wide conceded. Okay, Henriksen looking to bowl nice and straight here, and he comes at the umpire. Full toss on the leg stump, flicked away by Cabello, and good fielding out on the boundary, restricting it just to 2. Bowling to a plan here, Henriksen. The two men allowed out on the boundary for the first 6 overs. One at deep backward square, one at fine leg. So that see the plan of bowling a bit straight. I think I was a bit lucky to get away with that as a full toss, but he's trying to. You can see he's trying to attack that leg stump, and he comes again. There we go, flicks away, and this time 2 again. By 6 are 2 fielders on the boundary, and they run comfortable 2. Picking off the runs here, first over are the Eastern Storm. Cabello, not too experienced in the T20 format. I think this is about his 7th game, but in he comes, drop and run. I think that's you can see that's a plan. If they can't get under the ball or attack it, they're going to drop and run. Got to have a bit of a in-outfield here by the Rhinos. Try and stop these singles. Okay. So Hammond Rolfs to open from the other end. Right arm medium pace. Probably a bit quicker than medium. Right arm medium fast. Has done extremely well since joining the Rhinos this year. Hits a hard length, very capable with both bat and ball, and also another SN 19 player back in the day, and he'll be looking to possibly hit the deck, seeing it bowl good areas, and probably possibly also mix up his pace.
Let's get the ones and twos. Quick off the mark. Donnie Rousseau on strike. Rolf's in. One on the pad. One leg by to fine leg, short fine leg.
Game plan here from the Easterns. The Rhinos chewed up a few dot balls. The diff by Donnie Rousseau, and he's hit that backward a point for 4. Too much width on this occasion from Rolfs, and just freeing the hands, slapping it backward a point for 4. So in all of it, back of a length. Are actually turning into singles.
A good start from at the moment. We see the experience coming up from Herman Rolfs. Pull one back, and it is all system set. At the moment, Eastern Storm, they seem to be cruising 16 for naught after 2 overs. John Hendricks on the strike. Rather on the bowling attack. What are the chances of seeing us going with a Dagood Lewis system tonight?
Full on the leg side. Oh, a little scratch on it. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it was straight enough. Just a little scratch on that. And the first, I think, boundary attempt by Cabello. I think Henriksen's got to stay away from his legs here. I think he's looking quite capable on the leg side. Fortunate to get away with that one, I think. No protection out there. Oh, there we go. Short of a length. Didn't quite get hold of that. And Rolfs gets it in for one.
Recovers. And that takes Kabelo to 14 runs after 11 balls. It is 19 for naught in just 2 overs. There's a lot of work to be done by the Mpumalanga Rhinos at this stage. Sneaky there by Kabelo Sekukune, taking a quick single. As much as Kabelo doesn't have much experience when it comes to T20 format, but when you look at the game plan that is coming from their head coach, Jeffrey Toyana, with so much experience behind him, why do you think he brought him in earlier to actually open for Eastern Storm?
An out attempt just bounced over the stumps. Looked like direct hit there would have been gone there for Donny Rousseau. Looking at the replay here, he's running the angle. I think he was gone for all money there. Only getting back to your question. Pressure big time. There's possibly has been an opportunity for 1 or 2 run-outs, but they haven't had a direct hit as yet. So you can say they've actually run very well. And he looks like he's quick between the wickets. And I think I've just said to him, go out there and keep rotating the strike and capitalise on a bad ball, which is exactly what he's done so far. They haven't really played too many shots in anger, and they're still going along quite nicely. Change of bowling. Gareth Dukes comes in, bowls it straight and full first ball, gets a boot to it to keep it down to a dot ball. That's the 19th ball, and I think it's probably only the third dot ball. It wasn't for that boot, I think they would have got through for another single as well. It's one of these situations like the Easterns are playing here, is like Gito. Let's see how Cabello plays him. I think he's probably going to look to use the pace. And if it's not there to use the pace, just drop and run. He looks like he's very capable of actually dropping the ball down to his feet and actually running, as opposed to hitting strong shots straight to fielders where there's no run. So I think it's a very good master plan here by Jeffrey Toyana. Like you say, Ali, years of experience. And This year marks the 21st year of T20 cricket. So and he'll be involved with many of those years. Give himself a bit of room. Just try to work onto the offside, thick edge, third man up. It's gone for 4. Open to face and just use the pace of the ball again. Clever batting. Watching a replay here. Jukes around the wicket. Looks like Capello advances a little bit and tries to hit an offside, opens the face, and it just gets a thick edge down. A little bit like Mo Mayet did for the Rhinos, using his feet. And now that's got the Eastern Storm off to a good start here. Jukes in again round the wicket. Slow ball, and Capello's waited for it, and he has slapped it through the offside. Low full toss. Well weighted and timed that extremely well. Getting back to your question there again, Ali, looks like Capello's a good time on the ball. You don't have to try and smash the ball in the first 6 overs. Looks like he's a small in stature, short in stature, but quite strong with his arms and wrists. So I think under pressure here, the Rhinos got off to a flyer here. The Eastern Storm, Jukes again round the wicket. There we go. Just drop and run. Off we go again. Clear game plan here, Ali. And as you can see, not much noise from the Rhinos out here in the field, and a little bit under pressure. But again, having been fortunate enough to play a few T20 games myself, you just want to try and get through these first 6 overs with as much damage limitation as possible. So 1s and 2s you don't actually mind in the first 6 overs is the boundaries. So they're just going to try to not concede boundaries. That's well bowled, short but deep backward square back. Oh, bit of a misfield, and they've come back and run 2. Big boundary out there, taking his arm, but a bit of a fumble. 4 overs gone, 38 without loss. Similar to where the Rhinos were at the same stage.
Good game plan by Jeffrey Toyana, as you have already indicated. Looking at the fact that Kabelo Sekhukhune, his debut was in 2014, November 2014, and he played his last T20 match in September 2018, and he comes back in his very first ever CSA T20 knockout competition with a bang. It is very much clear to me that we've got a great coach in South Africa, Jeffrey Toyana, one of the best cricket coaches, who's able to pick players from nobodies and making them somebodies. We mustn't forget the team that he had during the 2014-2015 cricket season, where he became the coach of the year. Good shot. Only one and good fielding also from Mpumalanga Rhinos. Just 1 run for Kabelo. 39 for naught after 4 overs. Danny Russell sitting at 18. Kabelo Sekhukhune sitting at 18 as well. It's a good partnership so far, which is putting a lot of pressure on to the Mpumalanga Rhino bowlers. Quick run, good quick run. It seems like they've got everything under control when you look at how they actually want to put everything to make sure that Mpumalanga Rhinos are under pressure.
Yeah, I agree, Ali. I think they've got the game under control. We just need to pick up a wicket here, the Mpumalanga Rhinos. Rolf's changed ends. Nicely bowled just outside off. A swing and a miss from Kabelo. But I think they've done well to get around the ball here and keep the the Rhinos under pressure, as you say. 10 runs required run rate, and they're on the money here. Maybe a little bit behind, but those ones and twos are where the Rhinos missed out early on in their innings. Could have made a big difference. You could have been looking at a 220, 230 score instead of 203. Not to say the boys didn't play well. They batted nicely, but maybe missed out on the ones and twos early on. Another quick one from Cabello there. Full pitched ball outside off by Rolfs. Nicely played. That brings Donny Rousseau back onto strike. He's 19 off 13. Going along nicely here. The boundaries are bonuses, but they're picking off the ones and twos, which are very important at this stage of the game. And they can capitalise later on in the innings if the Rhinos don't take 1 or 2 wickets here. There it is. Just over the top of mid-wicket. Little change of plan by Rolfs, dropping it short there. Miss hit by Rousseau. 5 runs off that over. Very good over for Rolfs. Looks like he's limping away there, maybe carrying a small ankle niggle. I don't know if that's a limp or swagger. Could be the latter. He's healed up quickly. That brings Dukes back into the attack. Third man coming up. Fine leg dropping down. Looks like trying to protect this offside and stop the ones and twos that these guys are getting. Dukes in to Cabello. Leg side. And Smithfield luckily keeping it down to 1. That can be very frustrating for the fast bowlers, Ali. When your fielders are misfielding and you're working hard to keep it down, and but he recovered nicely there on the boundary. He's a bowler himself, old Hendrickson, so he would have tried to recover quickly for his teammate there. Dukes into Rousseau. Short of a length, outside off, big slap, loud clank off the bat, and a miss hit to mid-on for 1. Another quick single. So I think that's where the difference is between the Rhinos and the Eastern Storm at the moment, from my point of view, is that these miss hits, they're getting their ones, whereas a lot of the miss hits early on, some of them were going straight to the fielder and not getting anything. Dot balls. Dukes to Cabello. Nice and full, beautifully picked up outside off. Over mid off for 6. Lovely hit. He's putting together a nice little innings here. Cabello looks like an organised player.
He's one of the best timers so far. From what we have seen, he hits it clean. Some of the best players during the 2014-2015 cricket season for Highford Lions, the likes of Stephen Cook, Themba Bavuma, Dominic Hendricks, Alvaro Peterson, Rassi van Dusen, Neil Mackenzie, Quintin de Kock, Chris Morris, Chris Gayle, Dwayne Pretorius, Aaron Prangiso, just to mention a few. And in that season, Ryan, he won the league, and he became the coach of the season. What an impressive coach! Looking at the fact that he brought in someone like Kabelo Sekukune to open the betting for Eastern Storm. Having the fact that he played his debut in 2014 and his last match was in 2018. So he saw something that probably other coaches couldn't see from the way things are going. It is happening at Uplands College in Mpumalanga. We are coming to you live on CSA Live YouTube. This is the first ever T20 knockout taking place right here in Mpumalanga. Oh, wow. We are actually making history here, Ryan. Me and you doing the first commentary of this exciting tournament. Me and you, former first-class cricket players who traveled together, and today, here we are, doing commentary once again.
Yeah, Ali, I think it's been an interesting road. As he bowls, sends one down the leg side, or Gareth Dukes just falling away slightly there. Ben van Niekerk doing some good work, gathering that one. There's another wide. As I get back to, we were part of the first Mpumalanga first class season, so there are a lot of firsts. But it's nice to be sitting next to you here today. Dukes to Rousseau, takes a step back deep into his crease, hoiks it away to mid-wicket. Not a clean hit. I think he's definitely not hitting the ball as well as at this stage. Maybe it'll change as he goes. His strike rate's looking good. Change of over, change of bowler as well. Kieran hopefully he can pull it back here for his team. I'm sure he's hoping to do that. Rousseau on strike. A couple of field changes here. Third man, fine leg going back. Third man coming up. Kenny to Rousseau. Foolish outside off. Just patted back to the bowler. Good start. I think any bowler likes a dot ball, especially in 2020 format. Rhinos bowlers seem to be pulling it back nicely here. Just slipping behind the run rate here slowly but surely, but with batters in hand later on, that's where it counts. Kieran Kenny into Rousseau again. Short, straight into the body. Getting a bat on it, one-handed shot. Boom, one. That's where Kabelo is doing very well. Quick on the feet. There's another single to the scoreboard there. First run to against Kenny's name. Fine leg comes up. Fine leg goes down, left hander. Fine leg up to the left hander. Deep square. Deep mid wicket. Very good with his wrists. Powerful play on the leg side by the looks of things. So good field placing. I think it's a good change. It'll be interesting to see what the game plan is to him now. Beautiful flick over the leg side, one bounce into the fence. I think he's being inventive, and it's paying off as Kenny goes for his first boundary. A welcome boundary for the Eastern Storm. Very well played, Cabello. Moves across outside the off stump. Kenny obliges to bowl it on his legs, and he flicks it nicely over the leg stump for one bounce four. Very well played. Let's see how Kenny responds here. Short, and definitely to his strength. He flicks it off his hip to backward square for one. That brings Rousseau onto strike. Fine leg stays up. Nice clean hit to deep mid off. Only the one. Need a strong finish here from Kenny. Just behind the run rate here, the Eastern Storm, but not out of it at all. Fine leg dropping back. Deep mid wicket coming into the ring. A lot of things happening on the field here. Out of view. Nicely bowled by Kenny. And again, another quick single. I think Bello's playing a very clever innings here. .59 after 7 overs.
It looks like we ever from Mpumalanga Rhinos. Let's go, his first ball. Just down leg, getting one run from it. We've got so much history to tell under Mpumalanga Rhinos, with so much interesting stories. We've seen them making history for the first time ever, winning their first ever first-class game against the very same team that we're playing against today in the T20 setup. Rhinos, second ball for Joshua or Junior Makua, and getting only one run from it. 273 for 10 in that first class match, and only Eastern Stormers managing to get to 193 all out. Down leg once again for Junior Makua, and it is 4 runs coming from his bowling. Kabelo Sekukune proving to be one of the best timers in the Eastern Storm batting lineup. He's on 44 from 26 balls. It's in the air. Oh, what a catch. Junior Makua makes the breakthrough. He gets his first T20 wicket for the Mpumalanga Rhinos, and he breaks the partnership of 65 runs. Kabelo Sekukune goes for 44 after 26 balls. In just 3 overs, balls from his over, Junior Makua makes the breakthrough. 1 run, first ball, 1 run, second ball, and a 4th dead ball. 4th ball, he makes the breakthrough. Impressive. 65 for 1. Target 203, needed by Eastern Storm in 13 overs. They need 200 and they need how many runs to win, right?
Yeah. Misfield by the keeper there. It looked like it was rolling just under his feet. Difficult one to pick up. Short outside off stump and put away. And it's just kept away from the boundary. Well fielded. And Junior just putting it a little bit short outside off, but finishing off the over with 10 runs off it. I see some potential here. He's made some good balls there. Kenny back into the attack. Eight runs off his previous over. We'll need to go for 8 or less to keep the Rhinos in the game here. The Eastern Storm have plenty in hand. I think this one's going to go down to the wire, Ali. Worked away just outside the off stump. Short third man, quick single. I think they're putting together a good couple of quick singles here, which is keeping it interesting for the Rhinos. I think they've got to work on cutting off a couple of these 1s and 2s to stay in the game here. So all of those little boundaries are bonuses, and keeping that run rate up there. With wickets in hand, it makes it quite easy at the end. 1 or 2 wickets and this game's changing. Kenny to Dadswell, full, kept out quite neatly there by Dadswell. If I remember correctly, Dadswell's coming off a triple century at some stage. So quite a capable batter. Short, punched, backward a square. Oh, good running. So you have another look at that. Kenny hitting good areas, coming back in at the batsman, punched away, worked away nicely there. And I think that's, as I said earlier, is going to make the difference here at the end. These guys keep on getting the ones off the good balls, putting away the bad balls. It's going to make it easy for them at the end. Kenny to Rousseau. Good area, worked away. Looks like pushing for 2, but only getting 1. Well fielded. This over so far. The 1-dot ball. 2 to go. Kenny to Dadswell. Picked up nicely in the air and neatly taken on the fence there. Big wicket of Dadswell. Not the greatest of shots, I think, at this stage of the game. They were going along nicely. Looking for a boundary. Well bowled, Kenny. Well taken there on the fence by, looks like, Rolfs. I think this sort of evens out the playing field here. Wickets coming nicely. Big wickets. That of Cabello and now Dadswell. It's going to take a mature innings here from Rousseau. Dadswell's going to kick himself. Sticking to his areas here, Kenny. That was a nice display of bowling. A very good over this. Only 3 from it and the wicket. So 1 for 11. Nicely done. One more ball to come. Gets a shot at the new batsman here. Devan. I think the Rhinos have a good opportunity to capitalise here. If they get stuck in, get a wicket. And restrict Devan, get Rousseau on strike. If he's batting at less than a run a ball. Unless he can play some crashing shots later on in the innings, I think that he looks like a guy they wouldn't mind keeping in. Very good areas here by Kenny, restricting the bowlers, the batters. They're struggling to get him away. Ali, what are your thoughts?
Good rhythm from Kenny Karen. He's also playing his debut today. Looking very good from his bowling. He's one of the promising all-rounders playing for Mpumalanga Rhinos. Kieran Jody Kenny. Only 25 years of age. All the way from Cape Town, Western Cape. What a good display of some piece of bowling from him. Pulling back Eastern Storm from the cruising mode. They're looking very solid in terms of their bowling attack. We're doing all right here. Mohammed Mayet. He's had a good day today on the pitch. Smashing some good fours. And putting Mpumalanga Rhinos at a good position to actually pull this one. As I was saying, we've seen so many achievements from Mpumalanga Rhinos, winning their first ever first-class game against Eastern Storm, with some good batting as well from the team. Snyman getting a double century, not out. Rolfs getting 55 not outs. It's up in the air and might... I thought it was up in the air there, Ryan. Managing also to give away 13 runs from the 2 overs. It's up in the air and out. Great piece of bowling, as I was just saying. Danny Russell goes for 18.
than anything else. Straight to the capable Mr. Van Niekerk and the keeper. Good things for the Rhinos here. 3 wickets down puts the pressure on the on the Eastern Storm.
How it will go with Mpumalanga Rhinos for them to be able to get a bonus point. But from the previous chat, Eastern Storm, they needed to get like 160 runs in 16 overs. Or in less than 16 overs, to be able to get a bonus point. At a stage, they are sitting on 78 for 3 after 9 overs. First ball and is out.
Eastern Storm in a bit of trouble here. And Rolf's keeping them honest. Pendulum sways in Mpumalanga's favour for once. Very good start for the Eastern Storm with Cabello and Rousseau picking away at the singles, but a very, very good comeback here by the Rhinos. Fisser comes in, takes guard. I'm not sure if that was a hat-trick ball, but to no avail. Punched away for one to mid-wicket, Rolf fielding him himself. It's well run by the Eastern Storm.
Danny Russell. And that will take him to 31 of 25 balls. It is actually 27 of 25 balls. Good way to end the over. Pulling it back a bit from Mpumalanga Rhinos. Aaron Facer, he just came on and is off the mark. Kieran Carey on the strike. Kieran Carey on the attack, rather. He has done pretty well for the bowling attack of the Mpumalanga Rhinos, getting 1 wicket from his first spell. 2 overs, 1 wicket, 13 runs. We are in the 10th over, 86 for 4. Target is 203. We are coming to you live all the way from Mpumalanga. CSA T20 knockout, the first one ever to be played. And we are also live on CSA YouTube channel. Just a flick of the wrist there. And he gets 1 run. 2 runs for Aaron Facer. Actually, it was Danny Rosso. 87 for 4. At one stage, I really thought we might see the Duckwood Lewis system coming into play. By the way, the clouds were changing. But as you've said, Ryan, good shot for 1. As you've said, Ryan, we're just going to walk through the match quite easy without any interruption of the rain. Mpumalanga Rhinos, I must say that they've got quite a young team, a good side with good names, as I've mentioned earlier. Another mistiming from Aaron Facer. We've seen a lot of those not getting the ball to hit the bat quite the way they would love it to be. It hasn't been easy for the batters, but a good display, or batting display rather, from Kabelo Sekukune. Shot just down the ground, only for 1. Straight to mid-on. Danny Rosso on 29 after 27. 89 for 4. Last ball of the over. Kieran Kenny. Good bowling from this spell, Ryan.
Yes, indeed, Ali. A very good comeback here from the Rhinos. Kieran Kenny into Fisser. Worked away on the leg side for another quick single. Very good fielding here by the Rhinos. I think they're really working hard to pull this back from the good start that the Eastern Storm had. Looks like there's going to be a change of scenery here. New bowler coming in from the Legogot end.
the class bowlers that we've seen during the Under 19 Cricket World Cup, during the times of Kahiso Rabada, and they won the World Cup in that year. One wicket, 17 runs in 3 overs. Impressive. I'm not sure what he was trying to do there, Aaron Fesser. Other than that, he got 2 runs from it. I think he was trying to do a reverse sweep or something.
Kieran Kenny sticking to his guns there. A very different approach here to the Rhinos' approach. There were a lot of balls being hit straight by the Rhinos. Eastern Storm seemed to be trying to push it square of the wicket for the ones and twos, and some of the inventive cricket that's being played shows that the Rhinos are bowling tight areas here. Very good bowling by Kieran Kenny here. Sticking to his guns, forcing the Storm players to play some shots. Lovely to watch. String of dot balls here for the Mpumalanga Rhinos. Kenny into Rousseau. Hitting his ears again. Great shot over extra cover. That's a lovely hit. Finally one out of the middle. And that is waiting for the signal from the umpire, but from here it looked like it was onto the boundary rope, so that would be a 6. Let's have a look at this replay. Rousseau swinging away outside, off there, hitting it clean, and that is well hit.
Your question, Ryan, it is very much frustrating, especially when you have done pretty well. You could see some of the fielders are actually, I'm not sure if they are getting bored, but maybe the heat is also taking its toll on their players. They are not as vibrant as they were. There's been too many misfields, too many overthrows, which is not good enough at this level. And the Eastern Storm have taken advantage of that and capitalized on that one. Good shot through the covers for one. Good timing by Danny Rossa. Greg Mahlokwa on the attack. It's up in the air. It should be out. Oh, my word. Misjudged and just dropped right in front of him. You can see he's not going to be happy after that opportunity to get a catch, and it is a 4. Tokwa. Lovely shot by Danny Rossa, but only for one. As I was saying, Ryan, there's been a lot of misfield from Mpumalanga Rhinos. If you have to think about it, they could have saved at least 30, 40 runs from all the mistakes that they've made.
Well, Ali, I think with pressure comes mistakes. So I think with the way the Eastern Storm is, putting them under pressure with these quick singles, it becomes a different ball game for the fielders. They just got to stay calm and collected. 6 overs to go here. 79 runs required. Sorry, 81 runs required. It's quick maths. But I would get my bowlers to hit their areas set. The defensive field here. You've got very capable bowlers in Gareth Dukes coming in from the swimming pool end to Rousseau, who's onto something here. Wides. Followed him down the leg side. Unfortunately, tricky one for. Not what the Rhinos want at this stage of the game. 6 wickets in hand. 5.9 overs to go.
After 40 balls. But you can see that Jukes is actually struggling. Definitely out from our end.
I think you're being optimistic there, Ali. That he definitely came off the pad. I think there would have been a more convincing appeal from Dukes and Mr. Fanikak, but yeah, the umpire got that one right, I'm afraid. And they're restricted to the one there. Dukes needs to finish strong here.
Good fielding on the boundary there by Junior Makua. The surname reminds me of Desmond Makua, one of the fine batters, good batsmen that we've played with during our time. Oh, nah, hey, nah. I'm not sure if that went straight to his ribs there, Ryan.
Looks like he's in a bit of distress, the batsman there. Is that Rousseau? Never nice to see a batsman on the ground, or any player for that matter. Hopefully he's okay. Not much sympathy from the Rhinos players. Let's have a look at that again. Dukes into Rousseau. Oh, yeah, no, that's not pleasant. Right on that pie that he had for lunch. Hopefully you can keep focused and get busy with the job at hand.
4 runs and over. That's all they need to be able to get to 203, 204, so they can win this first ever T20 knockout series. We are coming to you live all the way from Mpumalanga at Uplands College. Mpumalanga Rhinos up against the Eastern Storm. Snyman enjoying himself in the sun there. Daniel Rousseau is on 60 after 45 balls. Aaron Fessel, 12 runs, 11 balls. Matloka on the attack once again. 2 overs, 14 runs. Wow, he's doing quite good for himself. 129 for 4. 15 overs are gone. Only 5 overs remaining. Just 1 run for Aaron Fesser. Good bowling display from Gregory Matlokwane, jersey number 20. A shot of catch but it has gone all the way to the boundary. Good shot by Danny Russell. 134 for 4. 5 overs to go. Target 203. Grigory Matlokwane on the attack. First ball, 1 run. Second ball, 4 runs. Let's see. It's up in the air, but only bouncing shot. 1 run to Danny Russell. 14 runs, it's all they need. 14 runs and over. Good sweep by Aaron Fesser, but not going all the way to the boundary. Managing to get only 2 runs from that. 2 balls to go for Grigory Matlokwane. He looks to be pulling it together very nicely here. It's up in the air. It's up in the air, and Snyman is under it. Let's see, and it's out. Big wicket. This is Aaron Fesser. Goes for 15. Grigory Matlokwane makes the breakthrough. It is all what they needed to break the partnership between the two. Now the run rate has gone over 14 runs and over. 137 for 5. 1 ball to go before we finish this over, the 15th over. 203, it's the target. One of the best cricket moments for Mpumalanga Rhinos. We've seen them for the first time making history by beating Eastern Storm in the first class setup. For the first time ever, they won their first class match against Eastern Storm. It is all happening live at Uplands College in Mpumalanga. CSA T20 Knockout Series. The first ever CSA T20 Knockout Series. First match of the tournament. Live. Mpumalanga Rhinos up against Eastern Storm. Grigory Matlokwane is on the money. Last ball from him. Can he get a wicket? It's up in the air. Snyman is underneath. Oh yes, and it is a wicket. Another big wicket. Another big wicket from Grigory Matlokwane. Beautiful wicket by Snyman. Lube is the batsman that goes off for 0 as he just walked into the pitch. And Grigory Matlokwane has made the breakthrough. Mpumalanga Rhinos on the money here.
Yeah, great catch there by the skipper. Team, well done. Donnie Rousseau still in there, batting at more than a run a ball. He's going to have to go through here for his team if they want to try and get this one through. Nice and strong here at the end after the good start by the Eastern Storm. It's funny how this game sways back and forth, that pendulum, Ali.
It's so amazing.
Dukes to Posthumous. Whew. improvising nicely. I think he saw him moving across and decided to drop a short one warning, one short ball for the over from Dukes. I think he's not going to take any nonsense there. Batsman getting cheeky, Posthumous. But you see his fine leg is up, he's moving him back now. So let's see if he tries the same paddle. Bonus points still on the cards here for the Rhinos. Dukes to Posthumous again. Fuller ball, miss hit, deep mid wicket, coming in, deep square leg, gets there before him, in only for the 2. Good fielding there in the deep. Right. Required run rate at this stage, 17 runs and over. They're going to have to start going big like that. Very clean hit. Straight down the wicket, beautiful shot. One bounce, and thankfully not into the swimming pool with the rest of the cricket balls on this fine hot day in the Lowveld.
Garrett Dukes under a bit of pressure here, doing everything he can to pull it back from an amazing spell from Gregory Matlokwana. Here he comes again. Danny Russell. It's actually Posthumous. Seven runs for Posthumous, 65 runs for Danny Russell, 144 for 6, 16 overs gone. Only 2 balls remaining to finish the 16th over. Target 203. That's all they need. And they also need 17 runs and over, which is umpire says going down, not out. Big appeal from Jigs, but the umpire says not now, my friend. You better try harder.
Posthumous on. Still nice and warm here in the Lowveld. What a place to be at the cricket here at Uplands College. We are hosting the Mpumalanga Rhinos versus the Eastern Storm in the inaugural T20 knockout challenge. Very big bouncer by Rolfs that's going to be called a wide. I think he underestimated the... and the umpire cops one on the shin there. Apologies from the keeper who was optimistic with that throw. But very short. Let's see how he comes back from that one. You know, these days anything can happen. Rolfs to Rousseau. Nice and full, worked down fine. Well picked up. Very well picked up and fielded. Only the one. They're going to need a little bit more than that. Good work under pressure here by Rolfs. Can the Storm pull this one out of the bag? I think they're going to have to do something special to come out of this. Rolfs to Posthumous. Short of a length. Miss hit. They're going to be coming back for... No, they're staying for the one. Very well fielded off his own bowling. Great work by Rolfs. 2 balls to go. Very good over this by Rolfs here at the end. Snyman with a word of advice to Rolfs. I think he's actually just catching a breath there after doing the hard work of his own bowling. Ali, what do you think Snyman would be saying to Rolfs at this stage? Obviously it was great advice because there's the wicket, the big wicket of Rousseau. He heads back for a very well put together innings. Struggled in the beginning but came together nicely there at the end, but unfortunately falling to the bowling of Rolfs, who has really been impressive today. Lovely to see.
From what we have seen, you've seen him moving backward, deep mid-off. Probably you are saying, try and keep it a bit straighter. He misses, you hit. And it is exactly what it has transpired. Good bowling, good cricket, good batting by Danny Rousseau, good bowling by Mpumalanga Rhinos, 167 for 7. 1 ball remaining to finish off the 18th over. Target 203. We are coming live. All first ever CSA. We have a new batter, Andrew Rasamena. Andrew Rasamena, after a good bowling spell, he comes onto the pitch. They need more than 20 runs to win. It is the last over of the match. They need 33 runs from it. 170 for 7. John Hendricks. He comes back onto the attack. Andrew Rasamena. He's the one facing. He just got off the mark. Not sure if he's one of the big hitters. Posthumous, we've seen so many miss hit from him as well. Let's see what Andrew Rasamena can do. Shot up in the air, 2 bounce to the fielder. Only 1 run from him. From where I'm sitting, I can hear the 2 saying, let's just rotate the strike. I can also hear Andrew Rasamena saying, let it not be me who gets to hit it. Posthumous, you've been here for so long. Please do the job for us. Good bowling from John Hendricks. Only 2 runs from it. It is all happening. It is all happening. We see another victory from Mpumalanga Rhinos. After they've just made history for the first time ever, winning the first class match against Eastern Storm. Today they are playing their first CSA T20 knockout, and another good bowling from John Hendricks is saying to Posthumous, not here, not here. It's not happening today. Not with my bowling attack. You're not going to be getting any runs from now. You need more than 30 runs to be able to win this one. It's not going to happen. It's not happening. Not today. Not at this hour. 3 balls to go. John Hendricks on the money. Good shot. For 2. And John says, I don't have to. They need 28 runs in 2 balls. Two balls to go. Last over for John Hendricks. Andrew Rasamene. Oh, it is actually Posthumous on the strike. A dot ball for John Hendricks. Exactly what Eastern Storm they are not looking for. Great bowling from John Hendricks. First ball, 1 run. Second ball, 2 runs. Third ball, a dot ball. Fourth ball, 2 runs. And the 5th one, dot ball. Let's see what will come out from his last ball. You can hear Snowman. He goes there. He's like, take your time. Full and straight. Let him go for it. Full and straight. Exactly what he said. And only 1 run from Posthumous. That's it. Mpumalanga Rhinos have won this one. It is a big victory for the Rhinos. 176 for 7 all out. Good. Oh, for 7. My bad. Just the excitement coming from where we are. 176 for 7 in 20 overs. Andrew Rasamene being the main bowler for Eastern Storm. Andrew Rasamene being one of the key bowlers for Eastern Storm. Kabelo Sikukuna, one of their fine batters, getting 44 from 28 balls. Danny Russell, 93 from 56 balls. At one stage, we actually saw so many misfields from the attack that was coming from Danny Russell. Just to give you a breakdown from the bowling attack of Mpumalanga Rhinos, John Hendricks, 4 overs, 34 runs, and no wicket. Rules bowling 4 overs and being the wicket taker, getting 3 wickets, and only managing to give away 30 runs from his bowling. Garrett Jukes, he has not been impressive. 4 overs, 43 runs, with an economy of 10 runs and over. We also saw the youngster Junior Makua making a breakthrough, taking one of the best wickets or the most important wickets for Eastern Storm. 1 over, 10 run and 1 run. Gregory Matlokwana, the star bowler who took, I'm not sure if it's a brace, Ryan, in cricket, but 2 wickets in a row. That is Gregory Matlokwana. Great bowling attack from him. We haven't seen much action for some of the key players from Eastern Storm, but all I can say is that Mpumalanga Rhinos, they batted first and they made 202 for 5 in 20 overs. Eastern Storm, they needed 203 in 20 overs to be able to win this match, and they only managed to get to 180 for 7 in 20 overs. From my side, we were coming live all the way from Mpumalanga, the first ever CSA T20 match, live on your YouTube channel. It is now time for us to say goodbye. I hope you have enjoyed our commentary, and we hope we'll be joining you, or you'll be joining us once again very soon. It is goodbye from us.